What's up everybody, and welcome to another build video here on CR95 Games. Today we're taking a look at a sniper rifle, the Vulkar Wraith. This is a really awesome weapon that is mostly impact damage, which means it'll do less to Grenier, but we're going to put on a mod today that is going to make you be able to take out very high level Grenier with ease. First off, the only way to obtain this weapon is through Katir, the special void trader who shows up every 2 weeks on the weekends. I can't really remember how many ducats it will be. It should be between like 300 and 450, somewhere around there. But you should definitely grab it. If it appears for you. It's more than just mastery fodder. This is a really great weapon. This is a lot of fun to use, and you're going to enjoy it. Let's go take a look at the builds. So the first thing about this is that I have a Riven Mod, and that's why there is a Vulkar polarity here. You do not want to use a Vulkar polarity. Do not put this polarity in there. You only want to use Materai polarities like these, and you're going to need 3, possibly 4 of them, but you shouldn't. It should just be 3. Pretty sure the only reason I needed 4 is because Riven mods take up so much capacity, and that's why there's a Vulkar polarity here, because my Riven is Vulkar polarity. And we're going to talk about that in a minute too. But what makes you be able to do so much more damage to Grenier with the Vulkar Wraith here, the mod that does it, is very underrated. Most people don't use it. I haven't even seen any other things about using this weapon, or this mod really, but it's really great. I've been using it for actually probably a year or 2. I just haven't really shown it yet. But today I am doing that. And we're talking about Prime Bane of Grenier, as you probably saw by it sitting down there. This is such a great mod, and it says plus 50% damage to Grenier there while it's rank 9, but I'm going to show you we're actually getting a lot more extra damage than that. Now, the next thing you need to know about this build is that Stormbringer and Infected Clip here, you're not going to want to use these. The only reason I have them on this build is, again, I have the Vulkar polarity, which did not leave me enough capacity to have on Prime Bane of Grenier, and also have on the other mods you want to replace these with. So instead of having Stormbringer and Infected Clip when fighting Grenier, you're going to want to switch out your Stormbringer for High Voltage and Infected Clip for Malignant Force. High Voltage is also going to come from Katir, and Malignant Force is going to come from Captain Vor on level 40 missions in the Void. Endless missions. So remember this. No Vulkar polarity, just Materai, and you want to replace Stormbringer and Infected Clip with Malignant Force and High Voltage. I'm trying to make this very clear because I don't want you guys wasting any forma. That's really become one of the most valuable sources in this game. It can be a pain to get. So keep that in mind. If you don't have Prime Bane of Grenier, then the next best build to have is this one here. This one I was able to have Malignant Force and High Voltage, and then you would replace Prime Bane of Grenier with Crash Course. I've done a lot of testing across a lot of different builds, which, by the way, there are a ton of viable different builds you can use for this weapon. It's a lot of fun to play around with, but today we're looking at the best ones to take out the highest level enemies. And Crash Course is what's going to get you up there if you don't have Prime Bane of Grenier. But I highly recommend, if you like this weapon, or any other weapons really, when it comes around, pick it up. It really helps for taking out Grenier, which I'm going to show you how much in a minute. So the next best thing is going to be Crash Course. So what we have on this build is Serration, Heavy Caliber, Vital Sense, Point Strike, Split Chamber, Malignant Force, and High Voltage, like you would want to have on the other build, and then Crash Course. So you can see that your damage does increase as your shot combo increases, but we went through 3 clips and did not take out all of our enemies. We only took out 4 enemies. That's not too great. But let's go see what happens when we try out our Prime Bane or Grenier mod. So what we would have on here ultimately is Serration for damage, Heavy Caliber for damage, Point Strike for critical chance, Vital Sense for critical damage, Split Chamber for multi-shot, Prime Bane of Grenier to damage to Grenier, High Voltage instead of Stormbringer, and Malignant Force instead of Infected Clip. Let's go see what it can do. So you can see with our Prime Bane mod, it takes about half as many shots to take these guys out as it does with our next best option using Crash Course. And this is before having your dual stat mods on, so you're getting corrosive procs all the time and doing a lot more damage. You'll be one-shotting these enemies almost always at this level, which is just awesome for the sniper rifle when it comes to Grenier, because it's not that great without these mods on. But now I really want to show you how much this is really helping, so I'm going to show you my Riven mod compared to this. First off, you can see my magazine size right here is 8, which was the size I was just using when fighting those enemies. So you'll know that I was not using my Riven mod then, because my Riven mod, whenever it's on, changes my magazine size to 14. Other thing to note is that whenever I was using this original Crash Course build, I was using 8% zoomed in headshot damage. 8 times zoom for an extra 70% headshot damage for every shot. When using the Prime Bane mod, I only used 8% for the first 4 enemies and 2.5% for the last 4. So you can see this really does a lot more damage than that normal next best Crash Course build. But what you're going to see here with my Riven mod, as you can see, is plus 220% damage, plus 73 magazine capacity, and we're running high voltage and malignant force like you normally would on the other builds. And the reason why, again, I don't have these on that other one is so I can keep my Riven mod on, which I will re-roll, but I'm still going to want all that damage. But what I'm trying to say here is that we're going to do pretty much the same damage with this build with this plus 220% damage Riven mod as we do, I hate this new UI so much, with this build with our Prime mod. So what I'm trying to say here is this Prime mod against Grenier is equaling out to what this Riven mod of plus 220% is doing to Grenier. So that's why I'm trying to illuminate y'all that these Prime Bane mods are really strong, and I don't know why no one else has made any videos with them. They're really strong. So let's go see what this one can do. So that took us 12 shots. The other one, when we were using the Prime Bane mod, so that was 12 shots with the Riven mod. With the Prime Bane mod, it took us, I believe, 14 shots, somewhere 14, 15. So there's not a big difference. We have plus 220.7% damage with the Vulkar Wraith, so I can't be sure what the actual number is, but I gotta assume it's at least 200% extra damage, or somewhere around there whenever we're using our Prime Bane mod. So that's how strong these Prime Bane mods really are. And whenever you put them on a weapon that is weak against a certain faction, they really help and do a lot of extra damage. So now you guys know what you need to use for Grenier on the Vulkar Wraith, and it is going to be awesome and help you a lot. This is a weapon that is a lot of fun. But before I go, let's go ahead and take a look at what this can do to the infested, what it can do to the corpus, and what kind of builds you should use. First off, you can see I don't have the Prime Bane of Infested on here, which is what this one is for. Reason being, I don't have another 35,000 endo to drop into it right now. Whenever I get that endo, Prime Bane mods are going to be going into it for sure, or that's where they're going to be going into. But for now, while I don't have them, I can't use it on this one, but it doesn't even matter for the Vulkar Wraith when it comes to Infested and Corpus. It will absolutely obliterate them. So we have all the usual, except we have Crash Course on again, because that was, like I said, your next best choice if you didn't have the Prime Bane mods, and then Malignant Force and Rime rounds to give us viral damage for the infested. And you are going to be able to one-shot level 155s with this, no problem. So you can see, infested really don't stand much of a chance. That last one where the shot didn't do damage, I can't be 100% sure if that was the collision detector having a mistake happen, or if it was heavy caliber. Most likely it was a heavy caliber, and that's why it missed that one shot. But that's really rare. It's not often at all that you're going to be missing a shot like that. So you can see infested don't stand a chance. They're down like nothing. Let's go take a look at the corpus. So for our corpus build, we're switching out Rime rounds for Thermite rounds to give us gas damage. Let's see what it can do. When we were looking at the heavy gunners, we were looking at level 130s. When we were looking at the ancient healers, they were 155, and again 155 with the corpus tech because the Vulkar Wraith just does so much more damage to them. Honestly, sometimes I forget to zoom out just then to lower the headshot damage because I'm just focusing on killing them. And I'm also doing this in VR, which I cannot overstate how much of a pain it is to make a Warframe video in VR, especially zooming in with a scope. It is just so bad. VR is amazing everywhere else, but here it is just terrible in the cinema mode in Warframe. But, sorry to get off track there. Anyway, so I hope you guys can see how strong these Prime Bane mods really are. I hope you have your builds for your Vulkar Wraith that you just got from Barrow Katir, and you were just going out there and popping headshots everywhere and having tons of fun, impressing all your friends doing these long shots and taking Dargans out the air while they're piloting and just all that good stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know how that goes. Thank you for watching, and please have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.
Like support. I've delivered a Another life support capsule.